Here it is frigid in Pittsburgh. The weather's supposed to change and warm up just in time for us to get out of town. It's a 28-15 victory. The Lion in winter. He's a Steeler in winter. It's Aaron Rodgers victorious on this night. They were booed off this field the last time they played here. Mike Tomlin said he understood and shared their frustration. They're happy tonight in Pittsburgh as the Steelers are victorious over Miami. That's now 23 consecutive wins on this field on Monday nights for the Steelers. A remarkable record under the brightest lights in the sport. How are you? I'm Scott Van Pelt. Good to have you alongside. On this night, it was a 3-0 lead for the Dolphins. Steelers scored at the end of the first half, scored to start the second half, and here Jalen Ramsey with a head of steam gets Tua on the ground for the sack. Very next drive, the money down in the NFL, third down, 3rd and 11, and this is nearly deflected, but Rodgers finds DK Metcalf, and that is a grown man on his way to the end zone. That's 3 consecutive touchdowns after a pretty iffy penalty on the Dolphins after it looked like they had a stop on the next drive. Extends the drive. Now 4th quarter, Arthur Smith in the bag. The OC dials up a toss to one of his favorite players, Jonnu Smith. Toss from Rodgers. That's 4 consecutive touchdowns. Dolphins have some late scores. Kind of inexplicable the way they approach the end game scenario. I suppose Troy shared that sentiment. They lose by 13. We get up to the booth. It's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. And Joe, this is a proud, passionate franchise. And the last time the Steeler team played on this field, they get booed off the field. Folks are chanting, "Fire Tomlin." I'm interested if you sensed that there was a recognition from them of just how frustrating this was for this fan base and how much it has changed in these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, fan bases can be fickle, and it's what have you done for me lately? And I think, they just are tired of not just, kind of pedestrian regular seasons, but they haven't won a playoff game in 8 completed seasons. So it's been a while, and this organization is not used to that. So at some point, the regular season is going to come to a close, and they're hopeful that they win the AFC North, and then the real stuff begins in the playoffs and the postseason. But I thought this was a really good game on the heels of a really big win at Baltimore. And so even his most ardent critics would have to acknowledge that this is a nice 2-week stretch for the Steelers.
Without question, and they are the leaders of the AFC North. And Troy, on Countdown, we talked about Rodgers, and you mentioned his confidence late in the broadcast. Clearly, he's got it. They're maybe not explosive on offense, but they're certainly efficient. How dangerous could Pittsburgh be if the defense is just fractionally better and Rodgers starts cooking with some confidence?
Well, I think they can be real dangerous, and I do. I said it during the broadcast there towards the end. I saw a quarterback today that just had body language and looked different than what I've seen all season long. Big win last week, and as he told us, I think bringing in Adam Thielen and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I think that kind of stabilized things for him at the wide receiver position, even though, they haven't really been all that active, but it gives him confidence. And I saw that again tonight. He had a big night throwing the football, did a lot of good things. I think when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, if they are able to win the division and get into the postseason, it'd be interesting to see an Aaron Rodgers with confidence and a Pittsburgh team that's kind of rolling up against a Denver team, with a young quarterback in Bo Nix, or the New England Patriots with Drake May. This guy has playoff experience, 4-time league MVP, and all that he's been able to do, having won a Super Bowl. And Josh Allen is kind of that guy as well, who's a veteran guy in the postseason. I think it would make for a pretty interesting postseason in the AFC.
And without Watt tonight, this franchise that forever has been known for its defense, we saw a much better performance on that side of the football against the Miami team, as we know, just doesn't play too well when it's cold outside. Fellas, will be inside next week in Indianapolis and get to see Rivers against a red-hot San Francisco team. That'll be a great one. Look forward to being with you guys there in Indianapolis.
Same, Scott. Thank you.
See you, Scott.
Thank you, gentlemen. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, as always, on the call on Monday.
Who played in the National Football League, who are here to critique players who currently play in the National Football League. Starting off with the creator of this show, a man wearing glasses that are not prescription and a colored shirt, and I have no sweater. What do you call that? I don't know.
A sweater.
It's a sweater.
It's
yeah,
a
whatever it is. I have no clue what is that. Magenta, mauve. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I like Mark. Mark sounds rich.
Yeah.
What up, beautiful
Emmanuel
people?
Acho in the building.
Hey, let's get it. It's a phenomenal Monday. Y'all can be doing anything. Y'all are hanging out with us. The show is growing. The chats are growing. It's the vibe. Today's going to be a beautiful day. Let's get to it.
Also joining us in the speakeasy, a gentleman wearing shoes worth well over $1,000. I'm talking about the shiftiest running back in the entire NFL for his tenure. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher, LaShawn Shady McCoy in the building.
Hey, yo, you should know how much they cost because you bought them. Don't you ever bet on the Cowboys again.
I want to make a bet for next season, but I have no clue what we're going to do. Also, here in the speakeasy with us is the man who's ahead of socials, the man who is in charge of running that chat, and he runs it like a true dictator should.
Come on now.
Social Trey in the building. How we doing today, Trey?
I'm feeling great, man. What's good with y'all? Everybody feeling good? We about to have a great show.
Life is good.
We are.
Life is good.
We are
Shady,
gonna
can
have
I
a
hold
great
$1, man? I heard you got paid recently.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, my dog. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
This is ridiculous. Y'all just monopoly money in my stuff. Man. It's ridiculous.
Listen, I take it all.
Look, we have a lot to talk about here today on this show. We got to start off, though, with Monday Night Football. The Dolphins got smacked in the cold weather up in Pittsburgh, 28-15. A disgusting, despicable, deplorable, just all outright gross and nasty performance by the Miami Dolphins. Fellas, is it time for these Miami Dolphins to finally blow it all up?
Absolutely. And 2-5, let me be honest. I'm glad the Dolphins lost to the Steelers. Because what the Dolphins would have allowed to happen had they won and gone on a run is this. They maybe would have made the playoffs and they would have lied to themselves and suggesting, oh, you know what? If we had Tyreek Hill and we ran it back and we just started the season a little bit faster, oh, we're exactly where we need to be. No, the hell you're not, Miami Dolphins. You are a bad football team with a quarterback that has underperformed all season and really for a year and a half now, with the head coach that has proven he can't get it done at the highest level, without a general manager because y'all held on to him way too long, with the roster that is not talented enough, with the roster that is not physical enough, and with the roster that is too small. The Miami Dolphins have to blow it up. We do realize this has turned into a team that's leaning on a third-round pick instead of a top 10 highest-paid quarterback at the position. We do realize that before this game, Tua Tagovailoa hadn't thrown for 200 yards in, I believe, 3 if not 4 games, and he hadn't thrown for 2 touchdowns in this game until the end of the game in the fourth quarter when the game was already out of reach, 28-3, if I am not mistaken. This is a bad Miami Dolphins football team, and I am very glad they lost this game because hopefully this will force them to change, as opposed to what so many teams do so often, where you finally end up with a good record, and as a result, you're like, oh, we good. We just got a couple tweaks here and there. This is not a reload for the Dolphins, Shady. This is a rebuild.
Yeah, I'll show you right, man. I don't want to see the Dolphins no more. Seriously, though.
Wow.
I mean, they're a bad team. Like, we talk about them. I don't know. I think they need to have a blow up, right? Just have a whole explosion. Blow the whole thing up. I like McDaniels, but then again, like, do I like him as a head coach? Right? There's sometimes you have a really good offensive mind, like he has, but you got to control the whole team.
Yeah.
And that's not one of his strong points. I think your quarterback. What can I say about Tua, though? I remember when they first paid Tua, I said, why would you pay a quarterback that's always hurt? A quarterback that you had initial thoughts that he wasn't that good, and then in a year or so, you change your mind. He's a great quarterback. He's too little. Got little arms, little fingers, little hands. Don't throw the ball deep. They get all these fast receivers for